So what a sight this is. Another edition of this proud competition, just seemingly bigger and better still. Faces, of course, have come and gone, but some things never change. Those first day feelings, new hopes, new expectations, and the belief that maybe, just maybe, this time it will be your turn. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We're up and running then. Martinez completing his first century of appearances here today, and that has not gone unnoticed.
Yeah, something that I mentioned to him in person before the match, Peter, although it took some time to register. Pretty much the same with me on my 100th game. I was more focused on winning than anything else.
Barella. Costa Curta. Quality ball. And here's Thuram.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Ronaldinho. And he's gone long. And here's Modric. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Great ball if he can get there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Great ball and he's in here. And it's been hooked away. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Chiellini spots it and intercepts. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Thuram thinks about the... Can he finish? Oh, that was no routine save.
Thuram really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And that should get the job done. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And he was quick to react. And he's forced to go back. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ferry. More and more pressure on the ball here. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. And it's Cannavaro. And Ferry. Costa Curta. Always goal side. Van Basten. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Batistuta. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that has been cut short. And that is the end of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Oh, important interception. And it's played forward. Showing great feet there. Has a look up and drives it forward. Çalhanoğlu. Van Basten.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Milan can breathe again. Just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with...
Chance for a shot! It's a goal! And the game has liftoff. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Milan are in front now, the game's only goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Ferry gets across to intercept that. Rafael Leao. Pulisic. Ferry calmly anticipates. Searching passes played there. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Now it's Rafael Leao. Totti. Now it's Thuram. Defending was strong and firm. He's picked his way through. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now the ball in. Costa Curta gets it clear. Looking for the run. Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu plays it in. Chiellini is there and he can get that clear. 5 minutes left on the clock. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, split-second reaction.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Locatelli with the clearance. Oh, it's coming up. Takes a shot! That is decidedly lacking. Cannavaro. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Rafael Leao! And the ball's come loose here. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only... Things really are heating up here ahead of what we've always known will be a crucial game. At stake, a seat at a higher table. This an opportunity to put down a marker to make a statement of intent. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action. Judge, surely! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Well read, nice interception. Can he get on the end of this? Nicely aimed pass. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is chance for a shot! He is world class! Pippo Inzaghi! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Milan restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Platini is flagged offside. And this is Ibrahimovic. And it's Totti. Tries to pass it through. It's a threatening ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Gattuso. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Van Basten. Short changes him with that pass. Mateus. Ribéry. Van Basten. No question, this is the man you want to get onto the end of things. And he's there to retrieve it. Oh, it's a great ball here. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And this is Ibrahimovic. Plays a sharp little ball. Goes for a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. And this is Ribéry. Oh, this looks sharp. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Well timed, excellent interception. And it's Ribéry. And here's Van Basten. Pirlo. Pirlo powering forward here. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's well spotted. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Well, Jim, they've both had their moments.
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And so the action is resumed.
Piemonte clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And that's definitely not his best. Mateus. And here's Inzaghi. Now it's Osimhen. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. That's a pretty loose pass. Totti. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Çalhanoğlu. Van Basten looking to pass their way up the pitch. It's a searching pass, and that has been cut short. So we've reached the hour mark. The ball has bounced loose now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gattuso.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Platini is onto this. Look at the... And the shot! Goal! Milan! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
Milan with the lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And it's Ribéry. He's on it, can he get away? Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's managed to get free. Referee has just said play on.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Pass is just off target. And he's there to belt it away. Cannavaro kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, this could be it, past something close to a minor miracle.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
And he was quick to react.
Milan really wanted that 2-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Platini. Nicely worked. That's the keeper's ball. Costa Curta. Looking to play him in. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's Ibrahimovic! Oh, and the referee says that is it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity. Well, this is a critical game, a chance for the perfect statement to any potential rival that you are aiming higher at their expense. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this fella, Maignan, we all remember him, Peter, from his stint in his native France. That time he took an unfancied side.
Shoots! It's in! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
That's a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Van Basten is flagged offside. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Zambrotta. Modric. Van Basten powering forward here. No, it's come to nothing.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Serginho kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Çalhanoğlu. And here's Osimhen. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Totti. Filippo Inzaghi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Decent chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? De Bruyne. And it's Totti. Çalhanoğlu. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. And this is Van Basten. He's in a great position here. Ricci. And it's Batistuta. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Çalhanoğlu to Totti. And here's Osimhen. Now it's Van Basten. Ribéry. Tries a shot! And he's cleared it out of harm's way. He's having a pop! Oh, split-second reaction.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Çalhanoğlu goes short. Ribéry. It's a good spell of possession, this. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Batistuta. Çalhanoğlu. Now that looks a decent ball. Tries to play it through. Ribéry goes for a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! And that's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty... And that is indeed the final act.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Schneider. Some resolute defending there. Totti. Ricci. Looking tidy in possession here. Ribery has a look and plays it forward. Van Basten is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Inzaghi. He's picked his way through. That is good strength. Shot a goal! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
A case now of complete control. That's really well cleared. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he is... And Batistuta! De Bruyne finds himself offside. De Bruyne. Ferry gets across to intercept that. Now it's Van Basten. Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. And he was quick to react. Estupinian. And it's Batistuta. And here's Inzaghi. Milan needed that. They really needed it.
Simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Modric. Modric! And somehow he kept it out.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Cannavaro can get it clear. Tries one from range! And he's quick to get rid. And there's the shot! And he's done very well to deal with it.
Milan are stuck in a rut, and impatient putts at goal won't really help their cause here. They need somebody to communicate composure and something more constructive.
Now it's Inzaghi, showing great feet there. Zambrotta. Van Basten. Schneider. Nicely shaped ball. This might spell... And the shot! Oh, how good is he? A finish of true class! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Perfect result, perfect outcome. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And we're underway. Serginho, now he is quick.
Rapid, Peter, absolutely rapid.
I suppose if there was such a thing as a model Brazilian fullback, he'd be pretty close to it, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you don't win all those honours at club and international level without doing something right.
This is a promising build-up. That's going to go a long way. Well, they've got it again. Haaland back and defending. And that's a good ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Well read, nice interception. Serginho. Mateus. Oh, played right into his path.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Oh, some tackle that. It is a corner, good chance.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And it's hoisted clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Mbappe. He is through here. Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Looking for options for movement. And that has been knocked clear. Van Basten! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Messi. Great chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
That's a pretty loose pass. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Messi really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his...
Can he finish? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Oh, nicely intercepted. Howson. And for the first half, that is that. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock. The score 0-0. That gets us going once more.
Well, I can imagine both managers have been in the ears of the players. They want more. Let's hope the game comes to life sooner rather than later.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Great ball if he can get there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And this is Ibrahimovic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's a really well-measured ball. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. He's shifting through the gears here. Totti. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well timed, excellent interception. No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Diouf. Oh, that's fabulous. He's had a shot! Marquinhos gets across to intercept that. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Ibrahimovic. That's a shade optimistic. And he can clear it away.
Argentina have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different. Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That's a sharp pass. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Nice looking ball. And he's there to get it away.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And here's Mbappe. Always goal side. Well, that's pretty clear. It is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. And this is a great chance to take a lead. Messi! Oh, wow, that's crazy! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? That was beautiful. Something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfection.
And that will be it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. NAC Breda have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Breda really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
The Dutch have a hero in every generation, and Dennis Bergkamp is no exception.
He is the man.
Yeah, and he's the pivotal presence, the link up to all their play, fantastic technique and vision, which gives him an edge and produces some absolutely brilliant goals.
Mbappe. Ibrahimovic. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Looking to play him in. Some excellent tackle. Oh, he's on his own!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's in a great position. Shoot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Ferry can clear it away. And it's Rijkaard. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. And the shot! Goal! Breda! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
NAC Breda have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
He's having a shot! He's got away with one there.
You lucky boy. You lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And it's hoisted clear. The ball has bounced loose now. And this is Beckham. And now they can spring out of defence. Juve is onto this. Chance! And the ball's come loose here. And that is well cleared. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Cannavaro. That is good alertness. Beckham. Looking for options for movement. He's having a hit! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Rijkaard. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Ibrahimovic makes a dash for it. Messi has it in a wide position. And Messi! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Nicely spread. Totti. To Beckham. Now it's Messi. Showing great feet there. And he's managed to get... Messi! Oh, crossbar! Ambitious, but just off target.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. NAC Breda go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
NAC Breda just about ahead. 1-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Well, my advice would...
Real chance! They want to be quick to recover this. That's another chance! Loose. Oh, it's fallen kindly here! Here's a chance! He's having a pop! It's loose now and they want to get it back. He's gone direct here. Gently done. And he's picked it up out wide. Messi going face to face with his great rival. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Mbappe wants to run onto this. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Panucci. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Tries to pass it through. And he's taking no chances there. Looking for the run. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Panucci. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort. You have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
So we have movement on both benches. Now it's Neymar. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, he's having a go! And that could have brought them level.
That was so poor. A very decent chance, and the disappointment is all too obvious. Breda surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
It's a promising position. Just eases him off the ball.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And here's Griezmann. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, nicely intercepted. Howson is... And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I was expecting this game to be put to bed a lot.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without
Ibrahimovic! And he's done it!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Deftly away. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And it's Messi. Lovely pass, but can he get there? A lot of space ahead of him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He's having a shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pinches it off him. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Messi. Steaming on goalwards. Shot at goal! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Ferry promptly onto that, and that is that.
Argentina definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Nice interception, well timed. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Eto'o. And here's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! He's been caught napping. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He leaps for it. Oh, it's a fair try, but just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Oh, easy pickings there. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Messi. Now there's a fine ball. And he can clear it away. Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for movement. And he cuts out the supply. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Totti going about things with real menace. Oh, good take in a good area. Real chance! And he's quick to get rid. Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. NAC Breda go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
NAC Breda with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. So right back into the action. NAC Breda leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Mbappe! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Mateus.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. He's picked his way through. Oh, sweet feet. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Mateus, and here's Ibrahimovic. Well timed, excellent interception. Beckham. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Argentina really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product. And
Messi! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Messi plays it short. It's a really well-measured ball. Takes a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Messi really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Mbappe driving forwards. And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Breda clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
He's got away. And the shot! Well taken goal. Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Argentina restore parity.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Can he finish? Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly... And time is up. NAC Breda can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
Oh, that's neat. Well, they've got it again.
This is the time you need that pace.
Well, that has not gone well. Xavi Alonso. Van Bouten. It's a good run he's making out on the left. Oh, that's fabulous. Neymar. And it's Beckham. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Now it's Messi. Totti. He's picked his way through. And this is Messi. Can he finish? And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Neither side yet able to find the net. Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Some really good ball movement, and he's had it nicked away.
Batistuta really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Stoichkov! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
They've got to throw in. Rijkaard. Totti. Quality ball. This is a promising build-up. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's got away. Oh, nice touch. Messi. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Oh, cracking ball. And that's a shot at goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That's a good ball out wide. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. That is good strength. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And Messi! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And it's Owen. Tries to pass it through. And there's Green. Stoichkov!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Beckham gets his final warning.
Well, I think the referee...
That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So between them, no goals at all so far.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. We're on the move again. So neither side has yet broken through. And here's Haaland. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Harrison did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Barcelona are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, balls over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Beckham. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Now it's Batistuta. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. And that has been cut short. Baresi. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. And here's Mbappe. That's a cute ball. Pass is coming off in quick succession. Oh, he's having a go! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Baresi. Threads one in. Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Haaland gets it away. And here's Messi. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Chips it through.
Barcelona clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
That is a great pick out. Oh, important interception.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a pretty loose pass. Great ball, and he's in here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And now they can clear their lines. Shot could be on. He's shifting through the gears here. And he gets rid in a hurry. And that's it. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Well, what a scene.